You were a 14-year-old human and the Battle Nexus champion. Because when you were 2, your parents abandoned you in an alleyway of New York. Big Mama had found you and took you in. She really didn't want you participating in the Nexus. But you wanted to, so you would know how to fight and do it well. And since you were human and 14, you were in high school and top of your class in nearly everything. You had a little bit of troubles in math and generally PE, but you were the head of the swim team. But you were bullied for your intelligence, making you the main target for the bullies. And one day, since you were friends with April, you brought up the fact that your mom, of sorts, was Big Mama, which April recognized to be a villain her friends the Turtles had faced. Since you had mentioned that Big Mama was your mom, April decided you needed to meet the Turtles and hear why they don't like Big Mama. So, when you met them, you immediately recognized them as some people you had been forced into, well, not forced, that you had ended up fighting because of you being the Battle Nexus champion. But they didn't recognize you because when they had fought you, you were wearing a mask of sorts. Because Big Mama didn't want to exploit her child. So, when April says, okay, Katie, these are the guys, and when she's about to introduce them, you say, April, I already know them. Donatello, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Raphael. I fought them. And honestly, they were weak and very disorganized. And the boys are irritated, having heard that. Then Raph says, do we know you? Then you say, you don't know me, but I know you. You're one of the... Well, you guys are some of the main people my mom doesn't like. I don't know why, though. And yeah, we fought. I'm the champion of the Battle Nexus. Then Leo says, really? You expect us to believe a kid is the best fighter in the Nexus? Then you say, are you trying to challenge me? Do you want to fight? Then Leo says, sure, bring it on, kid, but you don't have a damn weapon. Then you say, yeah, so come at me. About 5 minutes later, and you had Leo pinned to the ground and disarmed. And everyone there was like, how did she? When did she? Why? Then you help Leo up and say, that is why people don't challenge me. People in the Hidden City, they fear me. Plus, if people end up doing me wrong, and if it's in school, well, my mama handles that. She doesn't want me fighting other kids. Otherwise, I'd be impossible to bully. Then Mikey's just like, okay, so your mom is who again? Then you say, you know her as Big Mama. Most people refer to her as the boss lady or Mama. And the turtles are all terrified and in awe. Then Donatello says, she tried to kill us before. Then you say, no, she didn't. She just wanted to send you guys to the Nexus. Trust me, most of the people there are incredibly weak. And based off what I've heard about you, Donatello, you would be the one with the highest chance of survival. Turtles and April are shocked when you had said that. Then April says, I'm gonna go. Then you say, okay, bye April, see you in school tomorrow. After a while, and you had actually befriended the turtles, and when you had went home, Big Mama asks, Katie, child, where were you? Then you respond, oh, I made some friends, so I hung out with them for a bit. Then Big Mama asks, and who might these friends be? Do I know them? Then you say, yeah, you kinda do, but you wouldn't want me to be friends with them. And she immediately understands that you're talking about the turtles. And then she's like, oh, right. But please, just be careful, alright? They are quite dangerous. Then you say, but they're sweethearts. I doubt they're really that bad. Plus, I defeated Leo earlier. A few weeks later, and the turtles had gotten feelings for you, which concerned Big Mama specifically, because she was worried that they would break your heart if they ever got the chance to actually date you. And when Big Mama found out that you had started dating all of them, she was irritated. But let it go, because you were her kid. She wanted you to be happy. A few months had passed, and you were put up against the turtles in the Nexus again. But you didn't actually want to fight them, so you just sat down with them and talked for a bit. Then Big Mama sends in Gus to help spice things up. Then you pat the spot next to you and say, Gus, come here. And then Gus happily does so and just joins in the conversation, which confuses everyone, but everyone's also surprised and wants to know what's going on. After a while, Gus had left, and Big Mama had come into the ring. And she says, Katie, it's either you fight them or you fight me. And we both know you don't stand a chance against me. Then you casually say, okay, let's fight. And you're overjoyed with the chance to fight the person you viewed as a mom. And so after a while, you had actually won that battle. After a couple weeks, and some people who were actually your real parents had ended up seeing you and tried taking you. But since you were almost home and in the alleyway, Big Mama and the turtles saw. And Big Mama, well, let's just say Big Mama kinda killed your real parents. Not actually killed. But if words could kill, then yeah. And the turtles were just keeping you away from that, making sure you focused on them, and since you had sensitive hearing, they made it so you couldn't hear any of the fight either. And after a while, your real parents had actually taken you. And so now you lived in an apartment in New York. But you ended up sneaking away and ended up living with the turtles because you didn't know where the alleyway was from where your real parents had taken you. But the turtles made sure you were safe and happy, because there's no way for you to be upset when around the turtles, at least not that you know of. And so one night you all just decided to watch a movie. That happened to be Jupiter Jim's Last Trip to the Moon, Part 73. And oddly enough, you all fell asleep about halfway through. And your real parents, they got arrested for child abandonment. And you were able to swap back and forth between living with Big Mama and living with the turtles. And that is the end of the story. Bye!